Hey there, fun food fans! It's Karen Ricks, head chef here at our kitchen classroom, and I have been super inspired by my friend and fellow chef, Natasha Kalina. Hi, Natasha! And so I just wanted to invite you into our kitchen this morning here in Tirana, Albania, and show you what we're cooking up for brunch. So come on over, let's take a look at our mise en place. We are doing a nice, rich oeuf and cocotte, an egg dish today. So we've got some eggs, a little salt and pepper, some sauteed leeks, and in the yellow dish there we've got some sauteed mushrooms, and in the clear glass bowl a touch of blue cheese. The dish, as I said, is called oeuf and cocotte. It's a French inspired egg dish that's kind of like a cross between tossing things into an omelet or a scramble, but you get the soft creaminess of a poached egg. And for me, this is one of the beautiful luxuries of a nice leisurely brunch. So let me show you how quickly and easily this particular dish comes together. Now, I do have to say that preparing this little mise en place here actually took me about 30 minutes or so. I said we do a leisurely brunch, right? That's because I took the time to separately saute the leeks and the mushrooms, doing them in batches so that I could get that nice dark color. And I had to pause and turn it off for a little bit. You might see the leeks are a touch browner than usual. Our little Sue woke up in the middle of my prep, and I stopped and left those on the stove so that we could go have a cuddle on the couch. This is what happens when we incorporate everything in life into our food cooking preparation. All right, so let's take a look at how this comes together. All right, let me just direct you down to the stove here. What I have is a skillet filled with simmering water. And more than just the heat from the pan here, the steam that comes up and around when I put the lid back on this dish is what is going to cook your eggs. So I'm going to take a tiny little ramekin. You can see it's only about 1 cup in size, and I'm just going to set these right into the simmering water. And we're going to put our mixture together right here in each of these little ramekins so that when it's all finished, be able to pull out these individual dishes and everybody will have their eggs ready to go. All right? So I'm going to start by adding the leeks. And yes, you will notice I am using my fingers. We like to play with our food here in our kitchen classroom. And that means sometimes getting your hands a little dirty. Don't worry, you are washable, okay? But this sensual process of actually connecting with the food, literally coming into contact with it, touching it, feeling it, smelling it, and tasting it too. It's all a crucial part of enjoying the process of preparing your food. So I'm going to add some of these sauteed mushrooms. I like to get these nice and dark. These are big, brilliant, beautiful pops of color and bangs of umami flavor inside these eggs. Okay, so we've got some leeks and some mushrooms in there. And just a few crumbles of the blue cheese. This, actually you get the onions, the mushrooms, the blue cheese, a little bit of bacon, and this would be just like those beautiful bomb burgers that I shared on Instagram a week or two ago. You'll have to go check out that feed. If you like a good burger, the bomb burger is absolutely what you are looking for. So I highly recommend that you check that out. Okay. And I'm just going to add a splash of cream to this mixture here. This is going to help moisten it all up and pull them all together. Oh, and yes, it is going to make it extra rich and luxurious. Here's to celebrating life. All right, and then directly on top of this, I'm just going to go ahead and crack the eggs. We're just going to put, dishes are small, so we're going to put 2 eggs into each of our little containers here. Now, eggs are such a versatile dish This is something that we cook wherever we are in the world. Many of you ask, what sort of stuff do you cook on a regular basis? Well, let me tell you, eggs are always a part of the regular rotation here in our kitchen classroom. We do eggs in every part of the world, and they're really easy to vary with local flavors and seasonal ingredients to make it truly special and really feel like something that is uniquely a part of where and when you are. So, for example, when we were in Japan, we made eggs all the time with rice and maybe some soy sauce or furikake. We would make eggs with a cooked salsa in Mexico. And, okay, so that's it. This has come together. I'm going to add a little bit of fresh pepper right here on top. And a pinch of salt to season the eggs. We've got lots of salty ingredients, but you do want to make sure that you add a touch of salt to the eggs directly. That's going to flavor the eggs themselves and just bring out that flavor. And when you put the lid on it, you want to make sure that you've got space so that as the water comes back up to a boil, the steam can come up and over, and that's what's going to cook the eggs. This will probably only take about 5 or 6 minutes. So while that's doing that, I'm going to rinse my hands over here. And let's see. Oh, I was talking about egg variations. Oh, yes. We do so many egg dishes. We would use a cooked salsa while we were in Mexico and simmer the eggs. Very similar manner to this, except instead of using the little individual cups, you do it directly in the pan in a sort of shakshuka style. Oh, that was really amazing. When we were in the United States, we would often add meaty or really heavier ingredients, cured meats, sausages, cheeses into a scramble or an omelet. When we got to Italy, we could utilize all those wonderful, fresh local ingredients like the sheep's milk ricotta or the fresh herbs that we got to pick when we were on the castle in Tuscany. Oh, and I think there's another YouTube video on our channel that demonstrates a scramble that we made with fresh market ingredients when we were in Australia earlier this year. I will link that in the notes for this video. And now that we're here in Albania, we have access to a wide variety of fresh ingredients, all that are grown here locally, and that's the sort of thing that we like to throw into our meals on a daily basis. We have the most wonderful fresh produce markets located just blocks from where we live, and so it's so simple to go out shopping on a daily or every other day kind of a basis and grab the freshest ingredients to throw into the dishes that we cook. So this is an exciting part of what we do on a daily basis here in our kitchen classroom, not just here in Tirana, Albania, but all over the world. Now, let me lean over here so you can get a quick peek at what these eggs are looking like as they cook. You can start to see the steam building up on that glass lid. That's coming up and around those deep containers, and that's what's starting to cook those eggs. We're going to let those simmer there in that water for maybe 5 or 6 minutes, depending on how done you like your eggs. And I'm going to add a link over here to our blog. Come check it out at ourkitchenclassroom.com so that you can see the finished brunch that we're pulling together here today in Tirana, Albania. Have a beautiful, leisurely brunch wherever in the world you are. And leave me a note in the comments. How do you like your eggs? I can't wait to hear from you. Mwah.